Good day, good love, and great light illuminators and way showers. Thank you for being here with me. If you're new, my name is Wendy, and once again, I'm spontaneously inspired to share a little video while I'm doing my day-to-day stuff. And some of the things that I think about when I'm connecting with the hyper children. And the idea of open contact and what it would be actually like to move to another planet where we had to become accustomed to the food, the wildlife, the nature, animals. And I think about that. I'm actually making beef vegetable soup today, and we do still eat small amounts of meat, and I think about that a lot too. And especially when I'm cooking, I feel them. I feel their presence. I feel their wonder, their excitement. As I'm cutting up the vegetables and doing the things that I'm doing and the steps that I'm taking and why we do what we do and what order we do them in, and all these things that we sort of take for granted. And then also, of course, I'm thinking in light languages and speaking in light language, so I feel like there's just these multiple layers of conversations and participations. And I don't really talk about it very much while I'm doing it. And I was gardening this morning, planting some more vegetables and thinking about fresh food and thinking about them and open contact and, what the day-to-day stuff could potentially be like. And, I know that they prefer their food like, more raw and not cooked. And, I say I know that, but that it's just, I feel that. And just things that we've learned from other channels and things that I've learned from channeling the hyper children as well. But they're fascinated by everything. I mean, like everything, everything that we put in there, and the sauteing of the vegetables and, all the organic things that I'm using and the olive oil and all the spices and, just, how we do things. And so I just wanted to take this opportunity to share this moment with all of you. So, and I was, there's so many things to do in a day, and sometimes I forget that eating and cooking is, it's not an interruption in my day. It's part of this human experience. And they are really, really excited, and not just the hyper children, but all other species and all these other species that are joining us and seeing what we're doing and what is physical reality. What is it like, and what does it feel like and smell like, and what is it, all of those experiences that they get to explore, with us. And I even give thought about, okay, like for example, I'm cutting these, carrots, and it's like, well, why do I not use the whole thing? And the funny thing is that I do when I'm making stock, I kind of use a lot of these bits and pieces. So it's kind of interesting, the intricacies of the questions that they ask. And it's just fascinating, and there's no judgment. It's just excitement and exploration and wonderment. And that is how I think we're also every day when we say, following your highest joy moment by moment, it really is walking into a room and, you walk in to do one thing, but then you're guided to do another, or you have a particular way about how you're going to plan your day. And then you realize that, if you're going with the flow of your highest joy, that maybe things get mixed up. Maybe you do things in a different order. Maybe you're not even sure why. And allowing your higher mind to allowing the control that your higher mind already has. When we say control, just allowing the flow to take place and allowing for change, allowing for fluidity. Sabasunity. And it's kind of funny because when I'm cooking, I'm actually thinking also in light language. It's this sort of like outpouring of heart energy and exploration and energy of love and also thinking about where do these things come from, and loving and appreciating that even if things are not organic or they're not perfect, that to still appreciate and send love to everything, and all the people and all the growers and how the food got to the grocery store and all of those things. And then also I take that another step further as, I want to be in a world too where there is no food wasted, where every single person has absolutely everything they need in the perfect amounts that they need it. And just putting that out to the universe. And because by saying that and doing that, abracadabra, I move toward that. I move to a reality which is closer to that vibration. Here's my little smiley spoon. So, and smile. I'm not always smiling when I say having, but we need to eat. And a lot of times I don't want to cook. I don't want to clean. I don't want to be doing those things. I want to be doing something else or nothing at all or resting. It's like right now with, the last couple of months of doing all this gardening and doing all this stuff that it's like, I'm sore. My body's sore. My body, it's, and yet it feels good. It's that good activity sore. So, and now I'm also appreciating the amount of energy and activity and, physical activity to that it takes to produce this beautiful food. And so I know it sounds crazy to share these things, that seemingly have nothing to do with open contact or light language or ETs. And yet I'm reminded right now, and boy, I get so emotional sometimes. I just want to cry. Like I can feel, there's a Pleiadian standing next to me. I feel her. I feel, okay, them. Excuse me, them. No particular gender. And then I get like goosebumps and I get teary eyed and I get excited and I think, okay, this is what they mean by following your highest excitement. That, and yesterday, believe me, I was not happy about having to clean toilets again. um, so yes, we can do things in all kinds of energies and vibrations, and yet, I'm reminded I am in those moments when, the water main breaks and we are out of water for a little while, and it's like all of a sudden, that's when we appreciate the things that we don't have. And part of that appreciation I'm feeling is about with these beings, physical and non-physical, that are joining us and supporting us, that are here all the time. And then I almost feel kind of guilty for not appreciating like everything. And I know we're human, and yes, that's true. And I still have a lot of comments I wanted to respond to, you guys. And so I haven't forgotten about you. I love you. I appreciate you watching and sharing my just day-to-day stuff. And I love that you share yours. Like, yes, Tomiana. So I really want to sit down and just appreciate people and look at the comments and but know that you're always with me, and I love you and thank you for being in this now moment and every now moment with me.